All right, this is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you, and we're coming at you from the 2014 Woodstock Fruit Festival here in New York, and it's been a great time. We're coming in near the end of the festival, but before everybody disbanded and leaves, I wanted to share with you guys some of the different topics that were discussed here. I mean, every day there is at least half a dozen or more different speakers, pioneers, giving presentations on many different subjects. And what I'm going to do in this episode today, because you guys were not here to do this, I'm actually interviewing select pioneers and presenters here and sharing some of the information that they shared in their talks, because I believe it is truly valuable information that you guys should know, especially if you're, interested in this specific topic. So today we have Karen Ramsey here. She's been into a raw foods diet now for the last 20 years. You can learn more about her at her website, superhealthychildren.com. And basically she gave a talk on having a healthy, raw food, pregnancy, breastfeeding and childbirth, and raising your kids, healthfully on a raw foods diet. So I have a couple questions for her, and we're also going to share, she's going to share actually her tips on having a healthy raw food pregnancy. So the first question I have for you, Karen, is it possible to have a healthy pregnancy as a raw food vegan? I mean, nobody does this. Is your baby going to be underweight, overweight, unhealthy, or is it actually a good thing to do this?
I think it's excellent to do this. And I've been working with women who are following a raw vegan diet, and I'm even getting letters from midwives, and I have one of those letters in my book, Creating Healthy Children, about just how radiant some of these women are during their pregnancy and how well they're doing and how quick and easy their childbirths are. And so there's some really key tips that I can give. First of all, it's really important before embarking on a raw vegan pregnancy to have your partner on the same page. So, even before getting pregnant, talking with your partner about how you want to have your pregnancy, what you're going to be eating, your lifestyle, and how you're going to be raising your children, so that conflict isn't there, because stress can really get in the way if two people are not on the same page as far as your nutrition during your pregnancy. Then the other piece is, understanding how you're going to eat during your pregnancy. Many people in Western cultures, the women, they eat all this heavy food, the meat, the animal food, the processed food. It's really stressful to the kidneys and to the liver, and it causes inflammation during pregnancy. Women eating eggs, I find, have a much higher rate of gestational diabetes.
Wow.
So we really need to be careful about what we're eating. We don't want to be eating animal foods. We don't want to be eating processed foods. We need to eliminate them. We need to have diets that are very high in raw living plant foods, an abundant amount of fruits and vegetables. In traditional cultures, women gained much less weight. Women would be working in the fields and gaining like 14 pounds during their pregnancy. Today, women gain 25 plus pounds up to like 65
Wow.
pounds. And then what happens is, like in our culture, pregnancy is looked at as a disease and childbirth is looked at as a surgical operation.
Wow.
So when a woman is eating all of those heavy foods and putting on way too much weight, she has a much higher risk of having a cesarean section. And then she won't be able to have a natural childbirth. Many of those women end up trying to recuperate from surgery and end up not breastfeeding. And so that's not the best for our children. We want to be able to nurse our children. So that would definitely be a tip, is when you're eating raw living plant foods, fruits, leafy greens, other vegetables, nuts and seeds, that you will have a much better chance of gaining your weight normally, and you will just listen to your body. You will have your energy needs met, and you'll just go along listening to that energy. If you have energy and you're gaining weight as you go along, as the baby's growing, a lot of it will be the baby's weight. But gaining a lot of weight, like very often doctors say, gain weight for yourself and your baby, eat as much as you want. You know, when you're eating fruits and vegetables, certainly eat plenty because you need the calories, but you don't really have to worry about overeating with a raw vegan diet, but just to be aware of those weight concerns. Then also getting enough protein. You're going to be getting all the protein you need. There's no concern here. Leafy green vegetables are loaded with protein. Sprouts are loaded with protein. Nuts and seeds have some protein. Every plant food has some protein. Bananas are 5% complete protein. They're a little bit less, but they still have protein. So understand that over a period of months, you know, you're going to be getting all the protein that you need. You do not have to be concerned. Also, leafy green vegetables. You want to be making sure that you get the minerals in. The minerals are so crucial during pregnancy to make sure that you're getting the minerals and that your baby's getting the minerals. So the fruit for the vitamins, the leafy greens for the minerals, the protein, and also all of these foods for their phytonutrients are just supreme over any other diet and lifestyle that I've seen. In addition, I think it's really important during pregnancy that the woman immediately start practicing attachment parenting. We can never forget that piece of it. And in my book, Creating Healthy Children, I not only emphasize the benefits of raw living plant foods for growing children, starting with the woman, even preconception to during pregnancy, so that the child will love fruits and vegetables for the rest of his or her life. And also talking to the child, having a calm, positive attitude will create a calm child. And then, of course, you know, after the child is born, following through with those attachment feelings by holding the baby against your skin and breastfeeding. And so both the parents can practice attachment parenting. And I have all that information in Creating Healthy Children. So I think those are probably, there are many other tips which are in the pregnancy chapter in Creating Healthy Children, but those are 5 tips that really stand out to me right now.
Wow. Wow, yeah, so you guys just learned 5 tips, but Karen, you know, one of the things I have that I'm thinking about right now is like, what about the essential fatty acids? I know like essential fatty acids are crucial to brain development and all this kind of stuff. I mean, how does that work on a raw vegan diet? The ladies out there going to get enough essential fats to have proper brain development in their child?
If you're eating an abundance of leafy green vegetables, you're going to be getting essential fats. Also, if you're adding some walnuts, which are a nut that's high in essential fatty acids, omega-3s, we want omega-3s and not so much omega-6. Chia seeds. Purslane is a wild green that is super abundant in omega-3s. So if you're out and you forage, you can get purslane. You can get it very often from a local organic farmer. So that's another great way to get some good omega-3s. Also, you have to watch if you're getting too much omega-6. That can throw off your balance of omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. You want to have a good omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. So it shouldn't be more than 1 to 4, and even better, like 1 to 2. And so you really want to be careful. A lot of people, when they come to a raw food diet, they're really excited about it, but they start really gourmet and they're using a lot of oils. And those oils are very high in omega-6 and not omega-3. So we want to be getting in the omega-3s, essentially. And, you know, eating a high fruit, vegetable diet, you're going to be getting a nice balance of omega-3, and then you add a little bit of the chia and the walnuts, and you'll really be getting all that you need. So that, I think, is key, that we really watch that ratio. And it's easy to do. You can even go to chronometer.com and chart your day of eating and put it in there and really see your omega-3s and your omega-6s, and you'll know right away if you're getting too much. I do think that as I'm observing women during pregnancy, I see that by the time they get to the third trimester, they seem to have more of an appetite, wanting to eat more. And that could be, their energy needs get higher because of the demands on the baby pressing on their organs. And then certainly during lactation, that's most often when women want more of those overt fats, the avocado, the nuts, and the seeds, because the baby is nursing and more of the demands for the woman's energy are taken and she needs to replace them. But high in fruits and vegetables throughout will give you everything that you need. And I've been watching that throughout the years. I've been working with women, with families, and I'm very excited to see so many women having really radiant pregnancies and raising super healthy children. You can see some of those reviews on my review section of my website, superhealthychildren.com.
All right, wow, Karen. Yeah, I mean, I consider Karen an expert with raising super healthy, raw vegan children, attachment parenting. I mean, she literally wrote the book right here, and I would recommend her strongly. Hopefully one day when I have kids, I will get the book and read it and implement everything she says. Because, I mean, literally this book is like a Bible, everything you want to know. I mean, you guys got 5 simple tips here and some other concerns addressed in this video, but I mean, this video is not a replacement for a book. Something as important as, having kids and raising them, even before you get pregnant, you definitely probably want to read through this book and know what you're getting into and know how to raise super healthy children. So Karen, if somebody wants to buy your book, Super Healthy Children, how can they get this from you?
Okay, well, the best way is to go to my website, superhealthychildren.com. I actually have a special on my book right now. It's on sale for 20% off, $20. And it's on sale on the products page at Super Healthy Children. I also have a lot of YouTube videos on my YouTube channel about different aspects that I really believe in that I've researched for the book. And my YouTube channel is also Super Healthy Children.
Awesome, Karen. So if somebody wanted to get a hold of you to do some kind of counseling or coaching, how can they do that as well?
So you can contact me through superhealthychildren.com, through the contact page. I also have coaching on the website, so you can just plug right in with that and I will get back to you right away. And what I ask for is a food diary of what you're eating over a week's time and the times of day that you're eating. And also I send you a health questionnaire and I review it and then we go over it, and I do talks through phone, Skype, and in person.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, I would recommend Karen highly. I mean, I've known her for many, 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 many years now, actually.
Yeah.
And we go way back, and she definitely has some good information to share so that you could have super healthy children, and that's what this world needs, more super healthy children, and getting away from all this processed and junk foods and autism, ADHD, and all these different diseases. I mean, doesn't need to happen by eating the proper diet that we're designed for. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Once again, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time. And remember, until then, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best. John Kohler with OKRaw.com to do another exciting episode for you. And basically what I want to show you guys real quick before I get into anything else is actually the highlights reel of the 2014 Woodstock Fruit Festival that took place in New York. It was totally a blast. So anyways, let's get into that clip.